So Sonic Racing Crossworlds is dropping soon. It's confirmed to be dropping with 23 characters. Now, I've already talked at length about who I want to be in the game, but let's focus on who's actually in. One thing I love, when you got some characters, you need some costumes, you need some skins. Being able to select a character, and then you go through a little menu of little styles, little costumes, little accessories for the character. And so today, my challenge here is to give every character in the game at least one skin. Everybody deserves at least one skin. Now, of course, there's going to be some characters who have exponentially more skins than others. And speaking of which, let's start off with Sonic. My first suggestion is Movie Sonic. Sonic X Shadow Generations already had Movie Shadow DLC. I don't think it'd be too much of a stretch to have a Movie Sonic costume for Sonic in his Sonic Racing game. Next up is Boom Sonic. If we have Sonic Prime content coming as a pre-order bonus, I don't see why we can't have some Boom content in there as well. So, you know, I'd want him here racing in all of his blue armed glory. My next suggestion is Prime Sonic. Now, as I previously mentioned, there is Sonic Prime content coming as a pre-order bonus to the game. So I figured they have to put Sonic Prime from Sonic Prime in there somewhere. So I figured, you know, just put him in as a costume. Seems like the easiest way around it rather than just making him his own playable character. My next suggestion, Lego Sonic. They have Lego Sonic playable in Sonic Superstars, Sonic Dash. So I figure it shouldn't be the most impossible thing to just put him in here. And our last model swap skin might be the most controversial. It's Classic Sonic. Now, I think I would prefer Classic Sonic to be playable in his own slot, have his own space on the roster, but I'm just assuming, you know, we're sticking with these 22 characters. We gotta work with what we got. So, Classic Sonic it is. Now let's get on to some more skinny skins. You know, let's model swap. So for our first skin for Sonic, let's put him in the Rider's costume. We brought the Extreme Fury back. We can just put him with the, you know, his little glasses. I think those are cool. And while we're at it, why not move over his Sonic Jam and Sonic Adventure costumes from Sonic Shadow Generations over here too. My next costume suggestion is Sonic's Excalibur armor from Sonic and the Black Knight. Now, I don't know how Super Sonic is gonna work here. Super Sonic gonna be his own character? I don't know. But I would like this to be playable in some way. So let's put an Excalibur Sonic, and you know, we're talking about Sonic and the Black Knight. We're talking about Sonic and the Secret Rings. Yes, I want Dark Spine Sonic in the game. So let's put him on in there too. And let's top it off with the fake metal skin from Sonic Heroes. I always loved these colorways. Next up, we got another Hedgehog. It's Shadow. We're gonna run through this rapid fire, okay? First, Movie Shadow skin. They already had this in Sonic X Shadow Generations. I don't care, reuse the model. It just makes sense to put him in here. That movie did good. Next up, Sonic Riders Shadow. Easy layup right here. Next up, we have his alternate colors from Shadow the Hedgehog, the video game. They're like Shadow androids or whatnot, but more colors never hurt anybody. Next up, we have Shadow's Lancelot costume from Sonic and the Black Knight. Except he always looked good in this armor. They made toys of it and everything. They knew it was good design. Next up, his fake metal skin, Sonic Heroes. My next suggestion is a Halloween costume. Now, Shadow has had like a good variety of different Halloween costumes, so you know, I'm not gonna settle on just one. Just something vaguely Halloweenish. It just kind of makes sense. Something dark, brooding, maybe something a little cute. Next up, we have Shadow's Dreamcast model. Nothing super complicated here. I mean, listen, these models are still raw 20 something years later. They had it down. They had the sauce. This is an easy layup for them. All they have to do is import the model. Speaking of another easy layup, let's go with the Terrio skin from Sonic X Shadow Generations. Again, you could reuse the model. I don't care. I actually don't care. Like, you guys already made the model, just use it. And one more suggestion, let's go with Dragon Slayer Lancelot from Sonic Forces Speed Battle. It's like a recolored, spiced up version of his Lancelot armor, but it looks kind of cool. Glowing lava cracked rings are a nice touch. And his sword here is raw too, though I don't know if he'd be swinging the sword around. I mean, sure, let's just say he's swinging the sword around. Even though if he were to be put in, he definitely would not have that sword on him. And one last costume for Shadow that I nearly forgot about. Let's put in a Lego Shadow costume. Now, unlike any of the other Lego costumes on this list, there isn't actually a playable Lego Shadow in any game yet, like there is for Lego Sonic or most of the others, but he does have multiple minifigure appearances, so I don't think it'd be crazy of them to put him in the game. Next up is Dr. Eggman himself. Now, we're just gonna run through these 1, 2, 3. First one should be Eggman Negative. Now, I don't think he's going to end up being his own character in this game, but I think it'd be good to include him in some way. So making him a costume for Eggman would be the easiest way to get around this. Next up is Eggman's Sonic Riders costume. It's just another costume for him, but it is one worth referencing. Next up is Lego Eggman. Check this out. This is raw. And my last costume for Eggman would be Classic Eggman. And for our final Eggman costume, let's go with his Sonic Boom appearance. Why not? Now for Tails, there's a lot of picks here, but we're going to start off small. So First, movie Tails. We're 4 characters in, and half of them have had movie skins. At this point, you saw this coming. This costume is kind of a given. I mean, Sonic the Hedgehog 2, his tails in the logo. Next costume is Tails' appearance from Sonic Riders. I think this is a good look for Tails. After that, we have his Sonic and the Black Knight appearance. Next up for Mr. Tails, let's go with Lego Tails. Sonic Dash, Sonic Superstars. Speaking of Sonic Superstars, my next suggestion, classic Tails. And to top it off for our Tails, we have the fake metal skin from Sonic Heroes. And next up, we got Knuckles, the Echidna. So first of all, let's go with that movie skin, and then let's go with the Rider's skin. What's next? It's Sir Gawain. Knuckles as Sir Gawain from Sonic and the Black Knight. I always thought this one was pretty interesting. The helmet was raw. The brown and silver armor with the red always looked good. Then next up, we got Lego Knuckles. We got classic Knuckles. We have fake metal Knuckles. The shit, let's go with metal Knuckles. Last but certainly not least, Knuckles with the hat from the Sonic OVA. Next up is Amy. Amy. We got Sonic Riders Amy. We got Lego Amy. We got classic Amy. We have Sonic and the Black Knight Amy. We have fake metal Amy. And coming from the mobile games, we have Gothic Lolita Amy, Fortune Teller Amy, and Dulce Amy. Next up, we got Silver. Can't really go wrong with Silver. So first of all, for Silver, we have Sir Galahad from Sonic and the Black Knight. I always thought this was a cool costume for him. I always thought it was a good costume for him. Next up, we got this costume for him from Sonic Rivals. And then from Sonic Forces Speed Battle, we have Chrono Silver, which again is another knight costume, but there's more of a cybernetic feel to this one. The armor's in different places, and I think the blue works well. And then our last costume, Nutcracker Silver. I think it's cute. So let's go with that. Next up, Big the Cat. My first suggestion, fake metal Big the Cat from Sonic Heroes. Next up is Rouge. And Rouge, yeah, you know we got a whole lot of costumes for her. Let's not even kid ourselves. First of all, let's go with her Sonic Heroes costume. An interesting look for her, and one of the only, I guess, alternate looks that she's had in a mainline game. Next up is Rouge's appearance from Sonic Riders. Again, Sonic Riders had a lot of swag, and this is a good costume for her. That's all I can say. Next up, Rouge is one of those characters like Shadow that's had a lot of different Halloween costumes throughout a lot of different games. Most of them have her with a witch hat, so I'm thinking some variant of that. Doesn't have to be the same as a mobile game, doesn't have to be the same as Adventure 2. Maybe they could find like a sweet spot in between. I think that would be the ideal outcome. Sort of like a unique witch costume, but you know, if they just reuse one, it's like, you know, nobody's going to be complaining about that. Next up, let's go with this costume from some Sonic Channel artwork. Let's go with this Elite Agent Rouge from Sonic Forces Speed Battle. And finally, let's go with Rouge from The Murder of Sonic the Hedgehog. For Omega, we're going to keep it easy. My first suggestion for his skin is his Halloween skin from Sonic Runners. Rest in peace to that game, but I think this skin is pretty good. Then let's go with fake metal Omega. Next up is Vector. First for Vector, I want his Sonic Boom appearance in here. His appearance is sort of unfortunate here, but I do think it would be really funny, and that's why I'm including him. And next up is fake metal Vector. Next up is a little Espio. Now for Espio, we're going to keep it nice and easy. First, we're going to go with a ninja skin. So both in Sonic Rivals and in Sonic Forces Speed Battle, he's had ninja costumes. And again, it's sort of a similar deal to the Rouge Witch costume or the Shadow Halloween costume. You could pull from either appearance, or you could go ahead and make a brand new one, a brand new ninja Espio, who's already a ninja, but it's more of a ninja now. Next up is this Espio mummy skin from Sonic Rivals 2. While it pretty much is just a flip of his ninja texture from the same game, I don't know, I think the mummy is such like a out there choice that I kind of love it. So let's bring it back for the one time. And finally, fake metal Espio is what I was going to say, but I also like this translucent purple Espio based off of this old Jazzwares Espio figure. I just remember this figure. I'm like, damn, that looks cool. So let's put that in there too. Why not? Next up is Charmy B. And now for Charmy, I didn't really know what to do here. So the same thing. We're just going to go fake metal Charmy. Check it out. He looks cool. I'd say he looks pretty cool here, pretty scary, pretty tough even. Perfect for Sonic Racing, you know, intimidate those opponents a little bit. And next up, we are on the Babylon Rogues, Jet the Hawk. And so our first skin is Jet the Hawk's Sir Lamorak skin from Sonic and the Black Knight. Now, this is one of the most interesting Jet appearances ever. I guess Riders was pretty new at the time, but I'm going to be honest. Look at this. He looks raw here. I'm really rocking with this. Like if I were to play Jet, I would want to be playing as this Jet. So yeah, this Jet, let's just put him in there. And for our next Jet skin, yes, there's more than one. Ice Slicer Jet from Sonic Forces speed battle. You know, I'm trying to pull from things that already exist. And so you know what? Whatever. Hockey chat. Why not? Next up is Wave. We have one costume, another Sonic Forces speed battle skin, but you know, we gotta work with what we got here. And this is Idol Wave. Do you see what they did with her name there? Isn't that cute? Yeah, so putting this one in. And now next up is Storm. Storm, what a funny guy. We got another Sonic Forces speed battle skin here. This time it's Tropical Storm. Do you see what they're kind of clever with it? You know, I can't even hate. These are cute puns. Now, next up is Blaze the cat. So first, let's go based on her Sonic Riders appearance. Boom, boom, boom. Next up, Sonic and the Black Knight. Sir Percival. Again, they were just, for whatever reason, they chose this is the game we're gonna spaz on for everybody. And I mean, wow. So definitely putting that in there. And for our next skin for Blaze, Lunar Blaze, also from the mobile games, Cream the Rabbit. So first, Sonic Riders, check it out. And then next up is this Sonic Forces speed battle Drummer Cream. I thought this costume was pretty raw, and look, even little Chow gets an outfit here. Everybody wins. And finally for Cream, let's go with another fake metal skin. Now next up is Sage from Sonic Frontiers, probably the newest character in the game, but you know, I guess she's just part of the cast now, which I'm cool with. So in the trailer, Sage is at her white and blue thing from like the end of the game. So easy first suggestion is going to be being able to play as Sage's OG red and black colors. I honestly think this might be an option in the base game. It just kind of makes sense to have that option there to begin with, but you know, in case it's not, let's go with that. And then for our next skin, let's go with this Let's Go Dad shirt from The Murder of Sonic the Hedgehog. Who's left? Probably the most surprising choice in the game's roster is the Egg Pawn. Yeah, from Sonic Heroes. Now, apparently Egg Pawns were also in the last Sonic Racing game, but they weren't quite playable as they are here. But for the Egg Pawn, I have a couple suggestions in mind. So first of all, let's go with these alternate colors. And next up, let's go with the Egg Pawn's design from Sonic Forces. You know, clean, minimalist sort of design. It's still an Egg Pawn, but it's not really an Egg Pawn. I don't know. This is the most interesting costume choice I can think of than just putting a straight up different enemy over the Egg Pawn. Next up, we have Metal Sonic, personal favorite of mine. So we're gonna bang these out real quick. First skin, Metal Sonic 3.0. This is the easy, this is the gimme. I'd be surprised if they didn't go with this. But you know, it's a cool alternate metal. Next up, we have Neo Metal Sonic from Heroes. Now, I don't know if they're actually gonna incorporate this in the main game or not. You know, I doubt he's gonna be present. Will Metal go super somehow? I don't think so. So what I'm thinking is, let's just put him as a skin for Metal Sonic if he's not gonna be his own character. Yeah, Neo Metal Sonic. Next up, let's go with this Grim Reaper Metal Sonic from the Sonic Channel artwork and put him in here. And finally, let's go with this Let's Go Dad shirt from The Murder of Sonic the Hedgehog. And finally, we have our two Zeddy, Zavik and Zaz. And I'm pulling from the same place for both of their skins. You know, these are the guys where it's probably the hardest to get an alternate costume for them out of everyone in the roster, but we're gonna go with their costumes from Sonic Forces Speed Battle. And that just about rounds it out. At least one alternate costume for every single character in Sonic Racing Crossworlds. Now we'll have to wait for the actual game to drop to see if there's even alternate costumes to begin with, but if they are, I will be very pleasantly surprised, and hopefully a couple of the suggestions that I made on here make it in. In that case, hope you all enjoyed the video. Peace and have a good day.